Hello everyone, welcome to Digital Bruce Beginnings, a program for children 3 to 5 and their caregivers. I'm an educator here at the Bruce Museum and my name's Megan Brown. And today we're going to learn all about shapes. We'll read a book about shapes, we'll look at some shapes, and do some fun hands-on and imaginative play activities to get our minds up and going. So let's get started. Before we get started, I'm going to give you a quick view of our exhibition iCreate. I encourage you and your adult to pause throughout the video to get better views of the artwork in the exhibition iCreate. iCreate is an annual exhibition that shows the work of regional high school students from Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey. This exhibition, now in its 11th year, features 55 works of fine art from young artists. This exhibition gives these artists an outlet to show their artwork and provide a space for the community to see new and up-and-coming voices in art while exploring a range of topics today, such as tributes to family members to cultural diversity. Particular piece, Fallen Monarch by Megan Yang. Take a minute to look at this painting. Pause, go back to it, and look at it with your adult. What shapes do you see in the painting? What would happen if you changed different shapes in the painting? Would you add any different shapes? And what shapes do you see in the different types of objects? Take a minute, pause this video, come back and discuss with your adult. I'll see you back here in just a minute. What shapes did you see in Fallen Monarch? Before we start reading our story today, I want to share some of the shapes we might see in our book that we'll read. The first shape we might see is a rectangle, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. The next shape I want to share is a circle, and it's round and completely without sides. Another shape we'll see today in our story is a triangle, and it has 1, 2, 3 sides. Another shape you might see is a square, and just like the rectangle, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. This shape is a pentagon, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. And then finally, we have a hexagon, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Now, let's get started with our story. As we saw in the painting by Megan Yang, and throughout the iCreate exhibition, a lot of young artists use a lot of different shapes to create their artwork. So I thought it would be great to read a book that's all about mice exploring different shapes. Today we're going to read Mouse Shapes by Ellen Stoll Walsh. The mice were running from the cart. Hurry, said Violet. The mouse were running from the cat, said Violet. Do you guys see any fun shapes yet? Let's hide in here, said Martin. After a while, Fred said, I think we lost him. Look, we've been hiding in shapes, said Violet. We can make things with them. Here's a square, a triangle on top. That makes it a perfect house for a little mouse. Look at the shapes they were hiding in. Circle, triangle, square, and they created a house with the other shapes. A triangle and a rectangle makes a tree, said Martin. The circle is the sun. But these triangles are different, said Fred. Triangles are tricky, said Violet, but any shape with 3 sides is a triangle. Fred put 2 circles on a rectangle. It's a wagon for the little mouse in the house, he said. 2 diamonds make a book for the little mouse to read, said Violet. Here's 1 oval, 2 circles, and 8 triangles, said Martin. It's a fish. Watch out, the cat's like fish, said Violet. Hey, let's make the cat, said Fred. Violet put on ears and nose. Fred stuck on the ears. And Martin added teeth. It looks just like the real cat, he said, only better. What shapes do you see in the cat? And then the real cat pounced. The mice ran away. And didn't come back until the cat was gone. The cat's too sneaky, said Violet. If only we were bigger. I have an idea, said Fred. The clever mice got to work. Soon they made 3 big scary mice. And surprised the cat. The cat ran away, and fast. What a scaredy cat, said Violet. Now, what can we make for the little mouse in the house? It's time for lunch, said Fred. Let's make him some Swiss cheese. So they did. The end. Wasn't it so exciting to see all the different shapes the mouse has used to create different objects, just like the artist Megan Yang did in her painting? How about you and your adult pause this video, go back, and look at the iCreate exhibition and see all the different shapes that you can find and the objects that they were made with those shapes. Do any of the pieces you've seen today include your favorite shape? Now that we've visited a museum exhibition, learned about shapes, and read a book about shapes, let's take a moment to explore and use our imagination to learn and play with these shapes. One of my favorite games to play is I Spy. Using a toilet paper tube on your eye and with your adult, play I Spy. The way you play it is you would say, I spy with my little eye. And this I Spy only use shapes. So say, I spy with my little eye something that has a circle in it. Another thing you can do with your adult is cut out your own shapes and make your own artwork like the pieces you see here in iCreate. Use different shapes of varying colors and sizes and number of sizes to make your artwork. And only use those things to create your everyday piece of art. Thank you for participating in Digital Bruce Beginnings. For more digital content from the Bruce Museum, please visit www.brucemuseum.org. And if you create or do anything fun that you want to share, make sure to use the hashtag Bruce Museum on our social media with the permission of your adult. Thank you for joining. Bye, friends!